Sagittarius, or my dear Sagittarius, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Sagittarius, I'm going to be doing your reading from April 22nd to the 27th. This will be a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. In this reading, dear Sagittarius, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify all the cards and get some final advice. Dear Sagittarius, thank you so much for your patience. Your reading was supposed to come out earlier this morning, but I was supposed to record it yesterday. Long story short, I had a very emotional day in the best way possible because I'm like literally filled with gratitude for all the support coming from the community. I did open my, okay, I'm going to say this in the beginning of the reading, no judgment coming from Sagittarius especially. You know, I'm doing Ironman, and basically I opened up a GoFundMe to get my Ironman bike, and 56% of it already has been, like, people have donated and gave love, and I'm like really overwhelmed with it, and I've never done this before. I'm going to print out the name of the donors and in small letters and create a symbol and apply it to the bike frame so that I get to the finish line. So I was really, really grateful yesterday. I needed a moment because I'm just really, really grateful and thankful for the beautiful people that I have called into this community and that are supporting me. So, yeah. Okay, so, dear Sagittarius, your challenge is the Five of Cups. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, this is a beautiful deck, by the way, that I'm using. So, Sagittarius, your challenge here with the Five of Cups has a lot to do with the situation here that you seem to be very disappointed, you seem to be very sad about, okay? There is something here that didn't turn out, and you have been contemplating about that a lot. You've been really reminiscing and ruminating about a specific situation because there might have been some kind of a separation that happened. So we're going to find out about this. We're going to clarify, and we're going to see what is it that you need to know. Now, in the recent past, dear Sagittarius, you have the Magician, the Page of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. So in the recent past, it looks like a lot of you manifested a brand new beginning with somebody here, okay? Brand new beginning, fresh start. I feel like that for many of you, this relationship didn't really last that long with the Seven of Pentacles. It kind of like really didn't take off the ground, okay? So for many of you, you pretty much ended up being just by yourself and doing your own thing here, and something here felt stagnant, okay? We're gonna talk about this and we're gonna get more information. Now, in the present moment, you have the Star, the Eight of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. There is a lot of healing that's happening for you, a lot of healing. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, possibly another fire sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius could be also dealing with a water sign, and Libra and Gemini. We're going to talk about these, but I do see here that there is possibly communication coming towards your way. Somebody here could be preparing some sort of a communication or a message that will come towards your way, and you are the Queen of Wands, okay? You are basically regaining your power back to yourself. This is a fire sign card, and really focusing on what matters to you right now. There is a lot of self-care energy around you, which is great. We're going to clarify this soon. Now, in the near future, you have the King of Swords, you have the Four of Wands, and the Two of Wands. So in the near future, I do see here that there is commitment coming towards your way. There is going to be a relationship, some sort of a partnership here. King of Swords here is someone that possibly this person could be younger than you. There could be an age difference. It's also giving air sign energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. There is a decision that needs to be made eventually, okay? And I do feel like here that it's like your entire future depends on this decision, because the Two of Wands here also indicates you could either go this way or that way. What you don't see coming, dear Sagittarius, you have the Ten of Pentacles, okay? So Ten of Pentacles is about a long-lasting, long-term commitment. And I know that whatever you are going through right now, the energies that I'm picking up, there is a lot of sadness. Also, there is a lot of, missing this person, wanting to really work things out here. You could be someone that you live in a place where there is maybe a body of water near you. You could be planning a cruise ship. Maybe you went on a cruise with this person. Maybe you used to live together by the ocean. Okay, so we're gonna find out everything for you. Without any further ado, let's get into your reading and see what is it that you need to know. But first of all, I'm gonna kind of slow down. I don't know why I'm a little bit out of breath. I need to get my sparkling water. Sorry. Sparkling water lime from Trader Joe's. Anyways, let's get into your reading, Swaggy, and see what's going on. I'm swaggy, yeah. Effortlessly, that's how God made me. Let's see what's going on. Someone is going to ask me, do you have Sagittarius in your birth chart? Yes, I do. I'm a quadruple Leo, Sun, 1 rising Mercury, and my Jupiter is in Sagittarius, the ruling planet of Sagittarius. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Abundance. Hell yeah. So, I got you, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. So, 5 of Cups. By the way, you could be you could have, your bathroom could have like this very like seashells and things like that. I'm just gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. Or you have some sort of a tattoo that has a lot to do with the ocean life. Okay, yeah. Or maybe your bathroom is very beachy. Okay, beach vibes. So the 5 of Cups is clarified by the Chariot here, the Strength, and the 7 of Pentacles, and the Tower. Very clear reading here. So for many of you, there was a situation here that came to an end with the Tower very unexpectedly. And I think that, you know, when this situation ended unexpectedly with this person, you know, you're really still contemplating, Sagittarius. You are a very, very, very loyal sign, super loyal. And you still are contemplating with the 7 of Pentacles. Should I move on? Should I not move on? You have the Chariot. You know, honestly, I feel like that you do have all that it takes for you to make this decision in the present moment. I think that you might be at a place in your life where you either could be thinking about relocating, like relocation, travel plans. You know, you're also the traveler of the zodiac, right? So there is definitely determination, and maybe you also have cultivated some kind of a plan, what you want to do for yourself. But I think that you still really love this person very dearly. Could be dealing with the Leo, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You really do love them, and that's why it's been very challenging for you to really decide, because your entire future depends on like basically this decision that you're gonna make. You could either sit here and wait and then something may happen, or just sit here and something may not happen, but you have to make a decision here. Regardless, whatever is going to take place, which we're going to find out, you got to make a decision. The Tower and the 9 of Pentacles, another thing that I'm going to mention is that a lot of you are sick and tired of working with stupid and lazy people. Like I was. Like literally, I can't work with people. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I cannot stand working with like people or for people. Anybody going to tell me what to do? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, a lot of you are definitely at a place in your life where your workplace is changing. You could be changing jobs, you could be creating a business here. So this is kind of a background story that I'm getting here for many of you. There is something about wanting to be an entrepreneur or a solopreneur and starting your own business, okay? So that's just a side bonus message for you. Let's talk about the Magician in the recent past, Sagittarius. Hell yeah, I know manager's gonna tell me, I'm not gonna ask my manager, can I get a day off? Can I please give me the schedule? I'm down with it, I'm over this shit. Anybody tell me what to do. Okay, especially shady ass people that I work with. So the Magician is clarified by the 2 of Cups, the Tower, and the 5 of Swords. So here's the thing. Yo, Swaggy. You did manifest this person to come into your life. Soulmate or twin flame. And I feel like Sagittarius, as soon as this person came into your life, very, very instant connection, okay? Could be also someone that comes from a different culture, different background. But again, the Tower here showed up with the 5 of Swords. Sagittarius, you and this person, that's one of the characteristics of a twin flame, although I don't want to take it to the route, right? We're going to keep this general. But a lot of times, there is a lot of triggers that come with, you know, being in a twin flame journey. A lot of triggers, a lot of back and forth questions. I feel like in the recent past, you and this person got into some sort of a big argument and a conflict, okay? 5 of Swords. There could have been also one of the reasons why this person got into a conflict and argument, Sagittarius, is because maybe third-party situations here going on, okay? A lot of also bad habits, like toxic habits and codependency issues could have been a problem. Let's talk about the Page of Pentacles for you in the recent past. It's clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Devil. You can make this up. Can you? Definitely not. So one of the reasons why many of you actually went through this heartbreak and this separation is because with the devil there is a heavy Capricorn energy, or you could be on the cusp of a Capricorn. Sagittarius, there was definitely someone here was emotionally not healthy and not good for you, or there was too much drinking going on, there was too much toxicity, again with the devil third party situation going on. Ace of Swords and the Queen of Cups, there was definitely a point when you confronted this person in regards to them being emotionally unavailable to you. Queen of Cups and the Devil, I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. This channel is not for fairy tales, okay? If somebody here is watching for fairy tales, they can dismiss themselves. The cards may look like a fairy tale, but I'm going to tell you the truth. There's a reason why I'm using these cards. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So this is a channel for people to come and learn the lessons, okay? On a cellular level. I don't have the time to feed fantasies, people. To feed fantasies to people. So anyways, Sagittarius in the recent past, Queen of Cups and the Devil. This person could have come across as also being emotionally manipulative to you, okay? And maybe you fell for that. And you have the Three of Swords here and the King of Pentacles. I feel like that also there might have been big issues surrounding money, money conversations, money talks, and things like that. Now, let's talk about the Seven of Pentacles. For many of you with the Seven of Pentacles, this relationship became stagnant, okay? So you started kind of walking on yourself. This is the Seven of Pentacles here, and in this deck, it's this one, okay? So definitely like solo energy, being by yourself. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the World, the King of Wands, and the Judgment. Could have dealt with the Scorpio or any of the four fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Taurus. Now, in the recent past, like I said, the World is the last card in Major Arcana. This relationship came to an end, okay? It came to an end. It wasn't just stagnant. It ended. I think that for many of you, there was a very, very difficult decision that needed to be made. And a lot of you made the decision. Because also one of the things that I'm seeing here for you, Sagittarius, is that you could have been like in a relationship, but there was lack of commitment. There was no commitment. There was no label. There was no meaning to the relationship along the way, but the benefits were great. I'm sure you did everything for this person, but I do feel like here that there was definitely a lack of labeling going on, or a lack of definition. What is the name of this relationship, okay? That's one of the things that I don't like when people do that. Now, the Star here in the present moment, you have done a lot of healing with yourself. You could be also in the public's eye. Okay, the Star, Aquarius, you could be dealing with an Aquarius clarified by the King of Cups, the Four of Cups, and the Knight of Swords, and the Death. So there is a lot of healing that's happening. I feel like a lot of you are doing so much reminiscing and thinking in the present moment. There is a lot of thinking that's happening for you, okay? A lot of thinking. And you also... can I just say this, Sagittarius? Please don't shoot the messenger, but I'm going to be completely honest with you. See how this cup is being presented to this person as this person is not paying attention to it? A lot of you are also quitting drinking and smoking. You're rejecting some really bad habits, which is good. Okay, you're finally realizing it's not serving you any longer, okay? And if you're still smoking on your porch and watching me, girl, you need to stop. Okay, because I care for you. Now, in the present moment, what you may not really realize is someone here is definitely thinking of you, like heavily. This Knight of Swords energy here, this is someone that's coming from the past, and this person wants to also talk to you. I'm going to be honest with you, whoever you're dealing with, okay, regardless of their sign, there is something about this person having anger management issues, temperament issues. You know what I'm saying? So blowing up and fighting and things like that. So that could be an issue. Let's talk about the Eight of Wands, dear Sagittarius. Eight of Wands here talks about movement. Okay, headed towards a specific direction, clarified by the Knight of Wands, the Justice, and the Knight of Cups, and the Empress. So, see, things are falling into its place in your life and are going to, because I feel like here there is a lot of balance that's about to happen in your life. You could be also dealing with a Libra. Someone here sees you or is going to find out that maybe you're single and they want to come back and they want to work things out with you. This also could be a new person that may come, like a new single person that may come. You are actually looking really good. You're looking really beautiful. You're really nurturing yourself. You're really taking care of yourself with the Queen of Wands here. You have the Empress. There's pregnancy possibly. There is some of you. There could be pregnancy coming for some of you, like in a literal sense or metaphorically speaking. So let's talk about the Queen of Wands in the present moment. This is you, Sagittarius. So the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Page of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the Four of Wands. Get ready because you're going to have a lot of choices to make. It's not just one. You're about to enter into a, you're about to receive an offer with the Page of Pentacles in regards to marriage and commitment. I think this could be coming from that person that they realized that, they didn't offer you what you truly wanted back in the days, back in those times. And now they're deciding to come towards your way in a new way. Now, Seven of Cups here is telling me that a lot of you, kind of have your options open. You might also, have your options open in regards to other people. That's a possibility for many of you. And one of the things about the Seven of Cups is you're really asking yourself, even if this person is trying to come back into my life, is this a distraction? Because you seem to be really stepping into your power and you seem to be really focused on what matters to you. There is something about some of you changing your wardrobe, buying new clothes, doing your hair, just it's a complete do-over. Okay, for you that you're doing, and you're looking really great. And it's like you have also raised your frequency and your vibration, and somebody wants to come towards your way and they want to come and offer you a relationship. Because the Four of Wands in tarot, this is the card of a relationship, Sagittarius, and the Hierophant is about marriage. And you're like, what do I do right now? So I'm saying, I already done the work within myself. I already did the work, and this person is wanting to come towards you. So you could be in a different place mentally, spiritually too. So let's talk about the King of Swords. Okay, there is something about also Middle Eastern, Egypt, United Arab Emirates, something like that. King of Swords is clarified by the Two of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. This person sees you as someone that you're super independent, that you're super just focused on yourself, on your finances. There could be also communication coming from this person, even though they might be from a different part of the world with the Two of Wands. Whoever this person is, or different part of the city, state, whatever, I feel like they have a really nice taste in clothing. There is something about this person's hair that you really like as well. One of the things that I'm getting, Sagittarius, is you really would want to be with this person, but the resistance that you have right now is because something is starting to change in your life financially. Like your financial situation is improving, and it's like almost like everything is about to fall into its place, and then this person is resurfacing. And this is exactly what happens a lot of times in people's lives. When they focus on themselves, when they try to, when they pull the energy back to themselves, there are people popping back from the past and wanting to make an offer. So you got to be very vigilant, and you got to use your discernment. So the Four of Wands is clarified by the Seven of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Death and the Star. This person is going to want to resurrect this relationship. Okay, there is the Star, the card of an Aquarius. Very persistent person, very, very, very determined. And the Death card. Even though for you this might be something that is dead, it's a done deal. Sagittarius don't want to hear about nothing, don't want to talk to nobody about it. But this person may want to come towards your way, and they may want to talk to you, and they want to say, you know what, I want to offer love to you, and I want you to give me a chance. So that's why you have this decision here with the Two of Wands that you are going to make, because at the end of the day, I think that you already know the patterns. There is a thing called pattern recognition. So you gotta be very careful and vigilant if you wanna take this person back and you really wanna give them a chance, okay? So the Two of Wands here, Sagittarius, is clarified by the Eight of Wands, the Hermit, and the Queen of Swords, and then you have the Queen of Wands. I feel like a lot of you, this is not your advice piece here, but you're going to examine what this person has to say. I do feel like your communication coming towards your way, number one, you being very open when this communication comes, and you're gonna start doing some research, dissecting, trusting your intuition to what this person has to tell you, and then making a decision with the Queen of Swords. One of the things about your energy that I've noticed recently, Sagittarius, is you're no longer rushing into things. Okay, I remember every reading. That's one of my superpowers. You are no longer rushing into making commitments and really into just kind of cutting some possibilities out. You're still giving it a little bit of a wiggle room. So that's why you're gonna take your time, and you're gonna make your decision if you wanna move towards them. Because I feel like here with the Queen of Swords, you have a lot on your mind to say, and you have to command. You have to make a decision here. Now, because you have the Ten of Pentacles coming at the bottom of the deck, okay? Ten of Pentacles, the Emperor here, and then the King of Pentacles. Here is the thing. I feel like that what you're gonna wanna possibly communicate with this person, you can let me know in the comment section, is there is a certain structure that you wanna move forward with when it comes to this relationship. That structure may look like with the Ten of Pentacles is you and this person living together, sharing finances together, or them also supporting you financially. And most importantly, making sure that there is a certain level of commitment, whether that's on a paper, whether that's a ring or whatever, right? You are not forcing anything to this person or onto this person, but you are making it very clear that this is what you want. You want to have a Ten of Pentacles. Okay, it's very clear. This is a commitment here. And that's why what this person was not able to give you in the past, now when they're trying to come towards you and give that to you, you have to be super clear about it. Okay, otherwise you're going to be distracted if you just start playing around. So let's get into your advice, dear Sagittarius, and see what you need to know. Sagittarius. So you have the Two of Cups, which is about partnership, relationship. This is about commitment here. This is the same card here as we also saw earlier, right? So a very, very strong soul connection, not a gender specific. So Sagittarius, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. You know, one of the things that you're going to really want to pay attention is make sure that, you know, yes, the new beginning is going to happen and you may give it a chance, but you want to make sure with the Five of Pentacles, you don't end up being robbed. I'm picking up on an energy of some of you being robbed in the past, maybe not by this person, maybe by other people. What do I mean by saying robbed? Robbed financially, emotionally, being robbed out of your time. You are a very generous person. Like you just like to give here and there, everywhere. Sagittarius everywhere. You know what I'm saying? The smart sign. Building your archer, building your arrow, right? Sagittarius, structure is going to be important, okay? So that's why you got to make sure that with the Ace of Pentacles, right, there is also a baby creep there. So like I said, pregnancy could be very significant for some of you. This new beginning that comes, everything basically, it has to be built on like from experience, not from scratch. It's going to be a different tower that you both are going to build, because the tower moment that you had in the past was very painful and you've been waiting and you've been waiting and waiting and healing. You want to make sure that there is not going to be any repetition of the same mistakes coming from this person for you, okay? Because you know better right now. And not under my watch. Not today, Satan. Not today. So, dear Sagittarius, all in all, I want to say thank you very much for being here. I greatly appreciate you all. And, you know, I'm a very transparent and a very honest person. I speak my mind very bluntly. Y'all know I'm a fellow fire sign also. So, yeah, that's just basically my story. And like I said, also, I'm preparing for the Ironman. I have my triathlon coming up literally this Saturday. It's a mini Olympic triathlon, and then Ironman in Idaho, Ironman in Texas, you know what I'm saying, and some other mini events here and there in between. So all your support, even just your words, even just keeping me in your prayers, even just sending me positive energy and love, that is more than enough. You know what I'm saying? And I'm really thankful for that, because there is power in the energy of the collective. And I'm super humbled and I'm very, very grateful for that. So dear Sagittarius, this is what I had for you. Thank you very much for tuning in. I hope this reading helped, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.